what's the obligation for feminists to make society good if you have no obligation to reproduce?
I don't really understand your question.
Why are you acting confused? You argue that feminism is good for society, right? I just asked you, what obligation does feminism have to reproduce for women?
Because women obviously want a flourishing society as well.
No, I didn't ask what you want. I said, do you have an obligation to?
I guess I'm not understanding your question.
Do you have an obligation, not so erudite, to reproduce?
No, nobody does.
You don't. Does any feminist that you know have the obligation to reproduce?
I don't think any human being has an obligation to reproduce.
Do men collectively have the obligation to uphold and enforce the law with their bodies?
No, they do not have an obligation.
They don't. They don't have an obligation. So if men don't have an obligation to do anything and women don't have an obligation to do anything, how the fuck are you going to argue feminism from your worldview is good for anything?
I'm not going to lie. I don't even know if you know what this means. Like, I don't even know.
That's not an argument. No, stop gaslighting me. I just asked you a direct question. Okay?
Okay.
If men from your worldview have no obligation and women have no obligation, can you tell me how anything from your worldview is good for society with no obligations?